We are here at Sanj's. This is our first episode to actually all three be
Yes.
at Sanj's.
That sounds.
Though we've been together before for one
Yes,
episode.
yes.
It's our first one. So make
Magic,
it's a
right?
magical episode.
It's all green screen. It's all green screen. We know tech. We know stuff. You know that by now.
That's right. So we're hanging out. We're gonna have a few surprise guests here in a couple moments. But first, it's really epic to be here with you,
Thank
Sanj
you.
and Matty.
Thank you.
Oh, and Maddie's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sanj is
Maddie's a
placed
close
at-
second. He's like,
That's right.
"Eh."
So like this, share this, retweet this. Very special episode. Lots has been happening this week here at Sanj's Smoke Shop here in Bloomfield, New Jersey. What's been happening? Lots.
So yeah, we're launching the new cigar SP1014 on the January 7th, and we did a little party yesterday,
Yeah.
private launch, and first time people gonna see. This is the cigar.
New cigar. All
So
right.
this is the packaging,
Nice.
and that's
Beautiful.
called SP1014. Artwork is done by Map Art Studio, my boy Mario, and that's our original band. So what we're bringing back is what we used to make in 1992. So this is also made by Chico Rivas, and this is almost 2.5-year-old project. Finally, we decided on a blend. Phenomenal so far. Everyone who smoked it, they love it. The most important thing that we're doing on this SP1014 is we keeping 1992 prices. So Robusto, it's $8 MSRP. Toro is $8.50, and Lancero is $9. This will be available in selected few shops, and quantity is going to be about 250,000 cigars per year, each size. And this is just something fun project, and our new hashtag now is kill the industry. So this cigar also going to prove, and we have a few other projects that we're bringing good quality cigars, great quality cigars, how we used to be in 90s, and we're keeping 90s prices just to prove a point that all these manufacturers, a lot of manufacturers, just charging stuff that no apparent reason, and they're just making up stories. So, look out for SP1014s.
And,
Incredible.
and Sanj is being a bit modest and just being a pet project. So everybody out there who knows me knows that one of my jams is a Lancero. Now the beauty of a Lancero is the amount of flavor you get off of it.
Mhm.
But there's a lot of caveats against making a Lancero, as we know. A lot of Lanceros plug. They don't burn correctly. You have to fight it to keep it lit. I can promise you'll be seeing me smoking a ton of these. The flavor is incredible. The construction is incredible. The blend is incredible. And it's not just because Sanj PayPal'd me $50 to tell you this. It's because you're going to see me religiously smoking something I really and truly love, because over the years you've seen that people have gotten away from smoking Lanceros. It's been bigger ring gauge cigars. To me, you really get the taste of tobacco
Yeah, absolutely.
in a Lancero, probably in its purest form. And when I tell you this Lancero knocks it out of the park, it doesn't smoke like an $8 or $9 cigar. It smokes like an $18 cigar.
Mhm.
And that's coming from me because I'm particularly picky with that stuff. There's very few Lanceros that I even willing to fight to smoke. There's no fight with the cigar. So be on the lookout for it. We're going to be posting up some more stuff and some videos on how to get it. And I don't know what they're yelling about. It could be one of the football games.
Could
but
be something.
I'm a Jets fan, so I already won, so don't care. I got my one win for the year. I'm happy. And the Yankees, right? So I'm happy.
Yeah. And what you're doing here, it's like this is something that hasn't really been done. Dialing back to 90s prices. I mean, that's really
Yeah,
this is the
so
first ever.
so even the process that we do in every single cigar is going to be weighed, so for quality and consistency. Every single cigar is draw tested, right? And again, it's for me, it's a fun project, and we want to prove a point. That's the most important thing that we're sick and tired of all this. I mean, we have 1,400 facings at cigars, and I can tell you, by 1,299 brands shouldn't be charging the way they're charging. And plus, last 3 years, 5 years, what has happened that every company, for no apparent reason, every time you get a shipment, it's 10 cents up, 15 cents up, 20 cents up, and it makes no sense. I mean, people understand, we understand tobacco is commodity, but we already have tobacco sitting in warehouse for next 5 years, you know, counting 750,000 cigars per year. So we paid what we paid, and it's like something happens next year and we want to raise prices. That's not the way you do it. And even if my thing is, if the price was okay, average cigar today is $10 to $12. That's a very fair price. We doing it maximum $9,
Right.
right? And the quality and construction and the tobacco we're giving you, and this is actually a Dominican puro, so it has a Corojo wrapper, Corojo Dominicano binder, Corojo Dominican filler, and it's top quality stuff here, and so again, like people, we know that this is not going to go through a lot of like new smokers, because new smokers, they're in their head, if they think the cigar don't cost $14-15, they're not going to give it a try. But then again, this is not catered for them. This is catered for true connoisseurs and true cigar smokers. So if you enjoy cigars, you're going to love this stuff. And so far, everyone that we have shared with, yesterday we did a little dry lunch party, and everyone loved it. And prior to that, we have people that smoke for a long time, and we give them all cigars, and they loved it. So I mean, the weight is there. I mean, and it just, quality is what I want. Consistency is what I want, and that's our project.
And you could charge more for it, but
Absolutely. Even the
you're
other
not-
manufacturers
Yeah.
that have been here that manufacture cigars,
Right.
and we let them smoke the cigars, and I'm like, hey, what do you think this cigar should retail for? They're like, easy, minimum $13-14, and then to kill the project, which is MSRP $6, and that cigar is going to blow people's minds. Construction's there, quality's there, weight's there, draw tested, every single cigar is weighed, and yeah, we're not putting packaging effort, like we're not, because to me, I always said that you can't smoke the box, right? So our cigar is going to come basically in a cardboard boxes, with the second package inside, simple, and that's one way of minimizing, cost for consumer. To me, if I have to design a box, we have a great team. We could design $20 box, $5 box, but that adds cost to consumer. We don't want to do that. So what we try to do is come out with something, very attractive, very simple,
Yes.
and this is what matters, not
That's
the
what
packaging.
matters. It's
You
the
know.
cigar itself.
It's the cigar itself.
Is it surprising to you to see cigars, what you were mentioning earlier, going at 20 cents every 6 months? Is that surprising to you? I mean, what are your...
Well, it's because the consumer made it that way. They're paying for stuff that there are a lot of cigars that if you look at their MSRP pricing, right, it's $8, $9, and people are paying, 25, 30 for it. So,
Right.
I mean, listen, I always say you can't blame the drug dealer on the corner. You have to blame your kids for buying it, So to me, if you're willing to pay that price, then there is nothing anyone could do. But, so problem today, what has happened, I would say by 60% of the smokers, right? They smoke to show their friends, hey, I'm smoking this. This costs $25. In reality, it's a $9 cigar. That's what an MSRP should be, right? And we were just talking about one of the cigars. The MSRP was $20. It was garbage. And people today sell it for $150. And consumers are buying it, right? So we have tons of stuff like that, when it comes out, you see jacked up prices. But that's the whole thing, and that's where the name we came up with, killed the industry. I mean, listen, my hashtag is the most hated retailer. Now, fuck it, people are gonna even hate me more because I'm gonna expose this people. A lot of times, so many people have asked me to write a book, and I say, if I write a book, 60% of the people will want to kill me.
Hashtag death wish. Add
Yeah,
that one in.
And that's the reality of it,
Right.
So this business has gone to a different level. And we did another podcast 2 weeks ago, and I said today's business, cigar business, I see no difference as it's like a diamond business, right?
Right.
If you buy diamond from office building 1 for 20 grand, and you go to building 2, he's offering you 9 grand. So there is no base value to it. There is no base price to it. So my thing is, hey, $9 is still doable, and
Right.
we're giving you something that you're gonna enjoy if you're a smoker. I mean, if you're not a smoker, then it doesn't matter, what I give you or
Yeah.
what somebody gives you. So we're giving you everything that's every penny's worth for it. And again, proof is in the pudding. So try it
You
and
gotta
see
try
what
it.
happens.
Yep. Again, you can get it here or select retailers in
Select
this area.
retailers, we're going to take it to this project. We're going to take it to select retailers. So when we made it SB 1014 in 1992, we had it all the way until 2006, beginning of 2007, and then we couldn't get the tobacco that we wanted. So we could have passed it to people. People would have never known. It was $8 then, but we know that this is not what we're telling people. So we scrapped the idea, and then. I met Chico 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and we talked about it. And I did a lot of research on him, And before, even when we approached him, he's like, "Why me?" He knows me, and he says anybody could make your cigars. And I said, he shares the same passion. He's not about money. He's not like he's not thinking. His sole goal is to, I mean, what impressed me about Chico, right? That he's first of all, he's very humble man. Second, what he said to me, he says, I'm not in the cigar industry to make money. He said, I want to bring my country's name up. And I mean, that's passion, that's love. And that's what attracted me, because there's 90% of the things that we do and we stand for. It's like, it's a mirror image of me. And that's what attracted me. And then we started working together. He has some super rare tobacco. And, we did what we had to do. And it took us 2.5 years. And we all agreed on a blend. And there is a third guy who's a, master blender, but we can't, announce his name. And that's all it's to it. So, I mean, Chico's very big. In my opinion, today, Dead or Alive is my top 5 master blenders in industry. So, and I mean, these are true masters. And even though he's young, but, so he has learned everything very young age. He went to Cuba and learned everything about tobacco. I mean, when kids, American kids were playing fucking, street ball in the street, this guy was blending tobacco in Cuba. So, I mean, he has a lot of knowledge. And most important thing that attracted me and made me work with him is, his passion.
Right.
It's not to me, it's not about money. To him, it's not about money, and that's all there's to it. And that was the bottom line. And we started working. So we kept it under, radar for about 2.5 years. We just, within 3 weeks, we came out. And so far, everyone who's has smoked the cigars, response is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And all the smokers that we give cigars to, they are connoisseurs.
Yeah.
So it's not, and then, even people that review cigars, right? We told them, I said, you don't know me, do the right thing, and they love it. And so far, I'm happy with what we got.
So far, everybody's been happy with it. And I think the cool thing about all this is we talk about education in anything that you do, right? Being able to educate people on tobacco and cigars and everything else. This, I think, is an important foray for people that consider themselves cigar smokers. This is an education. So instead of worrying about being brand conscientious, and look, that's part of today's society. Everybody sitting here gets it. We understand brand conscientious. But what this goes into the foray of saying, hey, smoke this cigar. It's not about what the brand is. It's not about who else smokes it. It's not about, there's not going to be 2 Rolls Royces behind it. You're not paying for, a multi-million-dollar marketing crew. What are you paying for? At the end of the day, you're paying for a very, very high-end product, great tobaccos done by masters in the industry. And this is a great way to really teach yourself when somebody goes, hey, I smoked a great cigar today. Yeah. Like, what does that actually mean? Did you smoke something that has a heavy budget behind it, that has great marketing behind it? I mean, obviously, that's a big thing. Again, I'll stress in today's society. But proof in the pudding is you don't have to spend those kind of dollars. Right. There's nothing that necessitates dropping $20, $30, $40, $50 a stick. And then you get people in the aftermarket, and Sanj has worn them over and over again. You don't need to go out there. There's so many different sticks. What are you proving by showing somebody a band of what you smoke? Right. And we're not going to name names of people who've put out stuff over the years where quality is degraded, and the overall product is not originally what it was, yet somehow the price keeps going up. And again, that's how the engine works. It's, like when somebody buys a really expensive sports car just for the onus that someone wants to see them in it. Yet you have another guy who actually appreciates it and can tell you everything about the car. This cigar will prove to you that beyond reasonable doubt, if you're a cigar smoker and a cigar connoisseur, you don't have to drop those kind of dollars. You get the right kind of people that have the passion, the love for what they do. And Tom, it's no different in your industry.
It is,
and when it comes to fine spirits and bourbons, you know, we get it. Mystique sometimes outweighs and outnumbers, unfortunately, the product itself. And this is going to be proof in the pudding. Sanj did it, that it doesn't have to be this way. This is what the industry could be.
Right.
This is how you can create high-end cigars. You don't need a $70 box for cigars that are worth $40. You don't need to do this.
Right.
So I think this is, again, education to me is everything. I think this will be an education for people that are smoking, and they're going to say, "Wow, I can't believe that I had a smoke like this for $9, and I've been knocking people on the head because of the brand that I'm smoking." Right.
Right. No, it's going to create a real conversation, and it's going to. I think it'll really. I mean, do you have any hopes of what it will do for general cigar conversation in the industry?
Well, I'm not hoping. All I'm hoping is, I want my product in people's hands to enjoy. So are we looking to sell millions and millions of cigars? Absolutely not. We don't have it. We can't do it.
Right.
Simple as that. So there is I'm tired of all these fucking guys and saying limited this, limited that, but then, limit never seems to end. We don't have capacity to make more than 250,000 per size a year. End of story. There's nothing more coming, nothing less coming, unless something weird happens and we lose product, God forbid. But our goal is to make 250,000 cigars per size, and that's it. And then in the future, we also have a few other projects that we're working on it. So the important thing is about this Map Art Studio space, right?
Yeah.
Is look inside. The face is blank, has a red dot on it. So it's going to change. So our future plan is, everyone knows that I'm big with SIDS. So when we actually coming out in June, Chico already has 50,000 cigars. So when we come out with the SIDS project, this face would have a SIDS color, which is like pastel red. And then April, we're coming out with another 50,000 cigars. That's going to be benefiting the autistic kids, right? So for autism, and that whole face is going to change different colors. So every charity that we do is going to change color, and then everyone in the industry knows that I'm big with kids charities and stuff. And this the CIS project, the St. Jude's project, and the autism project that we're going to do is 100% money is going to be donated to that fund. So, and the SIDS one that we do every year, different manufacturers, very small batches, premium stuff, it's always MSRP $10. So all the $10 of it will go to the charity. So, and that's our project. So the face plays a lot of roles in that, so hopefully it works, and hopefully people support it. And Map Art Studio, Mario, why don't you come inside and say hello? Come in. This is my our artist, who's our brother. So everyone knows here that we work together. It's a one big family, and
special guest.
That's it. Yeah. That's Mario Peña, Map Art Studio.
Nice job. It's a pleasure. Really it's an honor. It's a total honor to be part of a special project, and to know that the just the whole fruition behind it, and the whole story and history behind it, it speaks volumes. And it's not just for us, but it's to also educate the masses, and also who would ever thought that bringing two different worlds together, the visual arts world and the tobacco world, as one, it's something that it's a dream come true. It's been talked about, it's been brainstormed, and then from an idea to a conversation to now being on paper and now becoming a reality, it's a true blessing, and to see it blossom in front of your very own eyes, it's a big thing. So I hope that we take this to where we dream of taking it, and it's about educating, like I said, and it's about just bringing people together. It's about I live by an old saying that the family that breaks bread together stays together.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about, man. It's all about unity and educating the masses to the best of our ability. So it's a pleasure. Tom, Matty, Sanj, Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great,
love,
very
Mario.
talented.
All right, thank you.
Very talented. We've enjoyed having you on some this year, and
Yep.
great to be hanging out with you tonight. And I've been in New York. I've been everywhere from Manhattan to Hudson Valley this week, and been sipping a lot of great whiskeys, trying some great cigars. And again, congratulations to you, Sanj. And this week, I've been really honored and thrilled to be at the new Hudson House Distillery in West Park. And the other special guest we have tonight is Paul Sears. He is the co-founder.
So I'm gonna get up and let Paul sit.
Okay, sure.
And we're just gonna swap.
You're gonna swap out. We'll put him in the hot
change.
seat.
Yeah, that's it.
Put him in the hot seat.
Good night, guys.
Thank you,
We've been up
Sanj,
to
for
almost
having us
90
in.
episodes. You have yet to see Duck Duck Goose until today.
Yeah, now you see it.
So we have everything for everybody. So cheers to Duck Duck Goose.
Yes, yes. Paul, it's good to have you here. It's great
Thank
to be
you for having me.
yeah,
This is
hanging out with
great.
you.
No,
at the
this is
distillery.
fantastic. I can't think of anything better.
Yeah, yeah. This is such a special thing. You're doing a first ever in the country. Tell us what is Hudson House?
Hudson House is a kind of a long project.
Yeah.
We are a 100-year-old monastery that we converted into a destination distillery, wedding events, and things like that.
Right.
And so it was a project that really started about 10 years ago with my partner Charles Perry and I. And we found this property in early 2015, and we were able to find it and close on it by October 2015, and that's really kind of what set us going on it.
Right.
And we survived COVID and all sorts of financing issues and everything that goes with developing a project that's never been really done before anywhere, really. I mean, there's really never been anything on the Hudson River that was this old and iconic. So we bought the property. We were the fourth owner of the property.
Wow. Since 1850.
Since 1850.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
It's huge.
Yeah. And we so it's about 27 acres. The structure itself is about 25,000 square feet, which when we're finished with, it'll be about 30,000 square feet. We've gotten great response to our first two batches of whiskey. We have,
It's so beautiful.
We've got a bourbon and a rye, and it came out really nice. We're really proud of it. And then, we've had challenges along the way. Obviously, COVID has really pushed us back with supply chain issues and things like that. Our boiler was the last quote I got, our boiler was going to arrive in April, and I just couldn't wait. And so we actually found a boiler and a chiller in Kingston, a business that was closing up shop. And so we jumped on it. And so hopefully this week or next week, we kind of figure out the engineering, get everything installed, and then we're off to the races and doing everything in-house. Because right now we're just pulling barrels that we set aside a long time ago.
And no one had ever, as far as the types of that basically what you're doing, it had never been done before. I mean, I'm sure there were some challenges, some hurdles. I mean, just to have actually that zoning, everything was.
Yeah. So when we bought the property, we were looking at buying the property. We actually had to go in front of the town and basically request this text amendment to the zone. The property was actually zoned as a residential district because of farming and everything else, and it had never been changed. So it was always that. And so we actually had the town agree to doing a text amendment because of all the different things we were trying to do under one roof, including farm distilling, including events and weddings and things like that. And so the town actually got it up to the county, and the county pushed it up to the state, and Cuomo signed off on it rather quickly. And it was actually done in usually when you go for text amendments, it takes about a year and a half or 2 years. This was done in about a month.
Record time.
Yeah, it really was. They were really about getting things going in that area.
They were so excited to put some effort behind it.
Yeah, and I think there's always been a big push that Hudson Valley would become the craft Napa Valley of the East Coast. We've got so many great breweries and cideries, and there's even some wineries that are popping up that aren't so bad anymore. And so once you've got all of those things meshing in this one little area, and people are flocking to it, we looked at, we really didn't think about any other area other than Hudson Valley when we were thinking about a location, because we knew we wanted to be, within a few hours of New York City as a central focus, but we also knew that we wanted to be shorter than the Hamptons because traffic and everything else. And so, and we lucked out, we got it all.
Yeah.
So,
beautiful view, beautiful whiskey, food. Your team is incredible, making amazing cocktails. Yeah. Did a party this week for Ralph. That was beautiful. Everything about it is just, I've never walked into any distillery like it before. It's so, it's so powerful.
Yeah. And it's, I think one of the things that we were able to look at is the event, our advantage point was, let's sit back and see what works. And ultimately, most places that have beautiful properties, whether it's cider, brewery, whatever, they turn to the events, because the events really are a way to showcase the property, showcase what they do, and really, just kind of reach a different audience that way. And the revenue's fantastic. Right. And so if you don't kind of plan for that, I think you lose out on a lot of things, because now people got to bring in bathrooms and power and all sorts of other things that you didn't think about. And so ours is kind of turnkey. Ours will always be turnkey. And so next year our ballroom goes online, we hope, and commercial kitchen will be finished, and there's plans for a rooftop restaurant and 25 hotel rooms.
Yeah, hotel next year.
Yeah.
Wow, that'll be such a destination again for all the whiskey fans. Make sure you check this out. The website is
HudsonHouseNY.com.
HudsonHouseNY.com. I've loved being there. I'll be back there more. There'll be a special project we can't talk about quite yet that we'll be doing with you all. So we'll be telling you.
Cannot wait for that one.
We'll be.
And what I think
I hope you guys invite me back to help announce that.
Yes, that's right.
I think what we're also saying is that the show will be up there. I will take a little drive, and we will be broadcasting. We will be doing Cigar Saturday from Hudson. I'm just thinking, we're gonna kidnap Sanj against his will.
Yeah.
He could shit me with the pencil in the neck later.
He doesn't leave Broad Street.
This is the castle for Sanj.
That's
so
right.
There's going to be literally a king's ransom, and I'm probably gonna, So it's hard to say. Kidnapping the world's most hated retail. I don't know.
Make sure you know
it depends how it goes. I might survive a few hours afterwards, but I feel a road trip, and I feel a Cigar Saturday.
Absolutely.
Going live from Hudson House.
It'll be beautiful to pair it.
How about doing a product launch? Anytime you guys want to do a product launch up there, we could drive traffic. Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
And there we go. And since Sanj has not shot me yet, it's a done deal. He knows people. Look, if we were just able to pull guests all over. I mean, there's people hiding in the basement, so it's Sanj just got up and sleep. Like there's like a whole basement full of guests that you don't know about. It just. So yeah,
there's a Pulp Fiction vibe. I'm kind of.
There might be.
Yeah. Zed's dead, baby. Yeah.
So much to look forward to. I love everything that's happening in the Hudson Valley, especially what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
It's great to have you on the show, and great to be here at Sanj's. Matty with Sanj, Audio Peña, everybody.
Like I said, blessings are as COVID's getting a little bit reeled in a bit. It's good. This is what it's all about, right?
That's what we've always said. We're gonna all do it in one place.
So the camaraderie, it's been a blessing during bad times. We've had video and stuff like this, and we're glad to share our adventures with you here. But now that things are opening up, it's not just here anymore. It's all about getting to see people in person.
We're doing it everywhere.
It's really important. So we're glad we're almost at 90 episodes. We're glad that you could share this journey with all of us. We're glad that we could share all the different guests with you. And you can
almost 2 years.
Yep.
It'll soon be 2 years. Almost, except for I think 2 Saturdays we've done every Saturday.
And I've only 2 years.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And I've only aged in dog years. Tom got a little bit younger. These 2 years I aged 7, so 14 years. Yeah. So I'll be walking around in my wheelchair and my little walker and stuff soon. But like I said, we appreciate you. We love you. I said it's an honor that we love you, Sanj. Always hosting us. We appreciate you. We love you.
Much love.
So we hope you guys feel the family love and the vibe and everything that we do. Yeah. And we will see you all very, very soon.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. If you do want to bring Matty and I and even Sanj to wherever you do it, come do a live episode where you are. So just drop us a line and let us know, and keep watching our stuff. And all of our episodes are on youtube.com/bourbon blog. Just keep watching. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Matty,
absolutely.
Sanj, Mark, everybody in the room. It's so good to meet you all and have a sip and smoke with you.
Right on.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Much love, everybody. Cheers.
Much love.
Good night.
Cheers, everybody.